Jack was still looking at his grandfather's body back and forth at the funeral. Taking advantage of the fact that there was no one around, he took out a mobile phone and quietly put it into his grandfather's pocket. After his grandfather was buried, Jack, who had returned home, was filled with thoughts of his grandfather. On an impulse, he dialed his grandfather's number and poured out his longing for him over the phone. Unexpectedly, the next day, Jack received a message. When he opened it, he found that it was actually sent by his deceased grandfather, and it was sent via the special love button between them. Jack hurriedly showed the phone to his father, explaining that his grandfather wasn't dead and was in a dangerous situation now, and they had to dig up the coffin. However, his father thought that this was just a baseless speculation of Jack's. Maybe someone was playing a prank, or the mobile phone had been stolen when his grandfather's coffin was sealed. But Jack firmly believed that his grandfather was still alive. Looking at Jack's stubborn appearance, his father could only tell the truth. The police had already conducted an autopsy on his grandfather, and the result showed that his grandfather had died of a heart attack. Even after learning all this, Jack still had doubts in his heart. He rushed to his grandfather's grave, wanting to confirm whether his grandfather's mobile phone was still in the coffin. So he dialed the phone number, and then lay on the ground where his grandfather was buried. The next moment, the ringtone came from underground. Jack felt a chill down his spine and was so scared that he stepped back repeatedly. After that, Jack, who was full of confusion, went to his grandfather's room and gradually accepted his grandfather's passing. He thought that someone must have hacked into his grandfather's mobile phone and deliberately played a prank. However, just as he was slowly forgetting about this matter, something strange happened again. That night, there was a school dance. Jack was happily dancing with the school beauty. When he went to the toilet, his rival Mike suddenly appeared. He came up and grabbed Jack's collar, dragging him outside, and then gave him a good beating. "If you dare to tell anyone about this," Mike left this harsh warning and quickly walked away. Jack was beaten so badly that he lay on the ground with his hands crossed, unable to move. Fortunately, the kind-hearted class teacher found him in time and treated his wounds. After the dance ended and Jack returned home, he had a lot of grievances but no one to talk to. So he called his grandfather again and told him about the grievances he had suffered that day. Jack said that he didn't dare to ask others for help because he was afraid that Mike would go even further. Then Jack casually complained that he really wished Mike would disappear from this world. Unexpectedly, the next morning, Jack received a creepy message: Mike was actually dead.